Hello, my people, and welcome to this channel. I trust you all are doing great. Now, if you're listening to this broadcast and you haven't subscribed, please do so you won't miss out on any important news updates from us. Okay, now back to the serious matter on ground. The former First Lady of Ondo State, Betty Akeredolu, she came out to say that the primary election conducted in all those states was rigged, that they were handled and perfected by professional election riggers. This primary election was conducted on the 20th of April 2024, and the election is going to take place, I think, November 16th of this year. And the elected leader is going to be inaugurated on the 27th of December 2024. Okay, that aside, she wasn't happy with everything. She felt that the primary election was manipulated. So she issued a press release where she said a lot of things. She said that the adversaries of Akiti has succeeded in urinating on his grave with relish. So she was like, when Rotimi, when late Rotimi Akeredolu was in power, or before he even became the governor, he ensured that there was free and fair elections and there was no rigging whatsoever. And then she went for that to say that without credible elections, Nigeria will continue to crawl with disabilities in leadership, given that the power interlopers at the helm of affairs lack character, compassion, integrity, and every other value that a good leader is supposed to possess. Well, what she said is true. It's true. I mean, for our country to be better, for us to have leaders that represent our interests, we need to elect them democratically. That is, in a free and fair manner, without rigging or any electoral malpractice whatsoever. But it's really unfortunate that this is not the case in Nigeria. This is not the case in Nigeria, as anybody can have their way. In fact, anything is possible in Nigeria once you know your ways. You know, I was a little child. You can imagine a little child telling me that you don't need any qualification whatsoever. You don't really need serious qualifications like that to become a governor or president, whatever. And I was like, what? Is this how deep this corruption has eaten? Imagine a little child telling me that. That means he is also aware. It is really obvious to the extent that it is glaring. It is no longer hidden. Anybody can just wake up in the morning. It's not necessary you have the qualifications. Just know the people you have to know, and then you are there. So tell me how a country like that can move forward, even if they present charges against the person, or even accuse the person of he doesn't have this social qualification whatsoever. It won't stand because they know what they are doing. They know. Okay, so since she's saying all this now, what happened when her husband was the governor of the state? Now she's saying rigging, she's lamenting, rigging this, rigging that. How did her husband get into the political office as a governor? Was he the people's choice? You know, these are questions we need to ask ourselves before listening to all this she's saying. Yes, it's true. We've been saying it all this while, but it just seemed like we are building castles. We seem to be building castles in the sky because nothing is working. We will just talk, rant, say anything we want to say, yet it'll still be the same thing. And especially all these leaders, they know what they have to do. In fact, they will even be the ones to come out and say this, Nigeria, that one nation, stuff like that. But they are not doing anything to implement it. In fact, they will still be the one to be making it worse. And when it's time to get them apprehended or prosecuted, they run away. So she even came out to say that Nigeria is a zoo. Of course, why won't Nigeria be a zoo? It's a zoo. And it just seemed like we need our animals, because I'm pretty sure this thing can happen in other countries and they won't retaliate as the citizens of the country. But Fela said something. He said, we are suffering and smiling. Yeah, that's true. If you check it out, really, we are suffering and smiling. We accept anything they throw at us and we will still be going happy, complaining within ourselves. We can't do anything. I can remember when there was a hike in petrol price in France. You need to see the way all of them came out. They don't even care, because they know that if we should leave this thing like this, it's going to get out of hand. So they tackled it right from the very beginning. They said no. And to think of it, the hike wasn't even that significant, just a little hike. They came out, they rejected it, they didn't accept it, they faced the police squarely. But here in Nigeria, what do? Our president will come and say, we remove fuel subsidy. We accepted it. We he the those at the helm of affairs would close borders. We accepted it. Like, it's really sad, honestly. Nigeria, that's that statement she made, that she said Nigeria is a zoo. Truly, Nigeria is a zoo. She even said that during Aketi's time, elections were free and fair, and he didn't encourage thuggery. Okay, so because of the statement she made, a public affairs analyst, Olujimi Adekunle, criticized her and told her that, what did she do? Did she support democracy when she was the first lady in Osun State? Did she? Now she's coming out because the tables are turned against her. These people, they know what they are doing. When they notice that it's no longer in their favor, then they will now come out to start criticizing the government, saying things as they please. But during their own time, they didn't take note of that. But because they are affected now, that's why they will come out to say all sort of things. She was the first lady for 7 good years. 7 years. And now she's coming out to talk. Well, that's just it on the matter. Really, really. What she said, I don't disagree with that. That with credible elections, we need to have credible elections in Nigeria to install our leaders, those that would have our interests at heart, not people that will just rig their way through and start misbehaving at the end of the day. So that's just it on the matter. Thank you so much for listening. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so you won't miss out on any important news update from us. And bye for now.